Hi folks, it's a 1990 Honda NSR250. Just giving you an overall view of the condition, a little bit about the bikes. I'm a collector, and sometimes I buy more than one bike at a time just for the value. This one has, minor dings and scratches for, a 27-year-old bike. A little tiny crack on the mirror. That's the lower piece here. Something I probably would just repair, and tiny hairline crack here. You'd probably put a new gasket in. Weak spot on these things are right here. These fairings pretty much always crack. This one's in good shape though. So overall she's excellent. As you can see, I think minor scratches. If you can see those, they're little ones, but missing one or two screws. Nothing serious available. This is exactly the way I got it. I know it's a runner because it was run before I bought it, but it has not been started since I've owned it for probably 4 or 5 months. So I was going to give it a start today. And, you can see the seat's got a little bit of warping to it, but not a major issue. Sometimes they look better without the seats. So to get this thing running, this one's got 20,000 kilometers on it. As you can see, it's in great shape. Beautiful colors. Tank's real nice. Minor scratches, as you can see. I'll probably put a tank pad there, or somebody will if they get involved in this. But minor corrosion. This aluminum can clean up real well. I've done a lot of work on these. What I typically do is I'll take off these fairing supports and I'll repaint them. They're always a little rusty. I've done that a few times. It's real simple and satisfying. And as well, this shifter linkage always is rusty, so you just take the whole thing off, tape off the shifter and so forth. The shifter, and you can just sand it, prime it, and clear it, paint it and clear it. Comes out great, and all this aluminum cleans up real easy. A lot of that'll come off with some steel wool, but that's obviously painted piece there, so you could respray that pretty effectively and make it look real nice. But beautiful little bike. And next time you see the video, I've also taken off this little radiator cover before and resprayed that just because I didn't like to see the rust that you can see down in there. And the forks I have wet sanded with like 6 and 800. They come out looking pretty much factory, and then I clear coat them. But I just kind of like to keep things 100% original. If something like that is damaged mildly, I almost would rather have an original. I would probably just touch that up with a little plastic repair. You wouldn't even see it. But I like to keep them original more than I like to replace panels. Like, say for example, if these are cracked, I will reskin the backside with a reinforcing piece of plastic to support the whole fractured area. And that's worked really well. And you can't even see it. You do it uniformly. Looks like it was meant to be there. Tank on this one's real nice. Inside's real nice as well. She's ready to go. As you can see, lights come on, ready to fire. These things are amazingly resilient, so they start up quite easily with the proper rundown. But what you typically want to do with all these older bikes if you don't know them that well, take the seat off, remove the tank, pull it from the fuel lines that are connected down in there, and go right for the air box. Make sure the air filter is in good shape and in there and not powdered and being sucked into the carburetors. A lot of these old bikes, the old foam filters will be powdered, deteriorated. Guys haven't been in there in decades, and they just get sucked into the carbs as powder. So I always check those first. And then I work my way back out, check inside the tank, rinse it out a little bit if you have to. Check the petcock screen, make sure that thing's not torn or nothing. And usually they're pretty much bulletproof. They fire right up. But in the next video you see will be this thing running. Probably take me a couple hours just to run through it, and then I'll be back. Thanks.